everyone, I'm here to make this video because I've seen a lot of articles recently about surrounding the movie Tropic Thunder and about how it's apparently been cancelled. And like, this is a conversation I have with many friends, and it feels like every 10 days another movie's being cancelled, or like an actor is getting brought up for something that they did like 10 years ago. And at first I thought like it was really silly and really dumb, and I sort of bought into it. But now I'm starting to think it's not as big of a problem as we think. Like, part of me used to think, oh, our generation are full of pussies. Like, why are people getting offended over every little thing? But now that I think about it, I don't think it's that big of a problem as what we think, eh? Like, if you look through half these articles about Tropic Thunder being cancelled, right? It's literally all these articles are being based around two main things. Okay, so there's this main tweet by this guy here, and it's the Issac Butterfield video that I'm going to go through as well to look at. But there's main two sources that every single one of these many articles you can see is quoting. All of these articles, I can guarantee if you go into it, they're all going to be talking about the same two things. Now, what has got this movie cancelled? Why is this movie cancelled? Now, before I get into this, let's first talk about what even is being cancelled, right? So I think cancel culture stemmed originally from when Harvey Weinstein got busted for, giving women roles in the movie industry only if they'd sleep with him and stuff like that. They're really manipulating a lot of women into only getting roles if they, suck his dick and stuff like that. Very terrible human being. And the whole point in cancel culture that got brought up was, can powerful people get held accountable for their actions? And will they be held accountable? Now, here's the key part about cancel culture, is the held to accountability part. Usually when people originally got cancelled, they'd have their jobs taken away, they'd face some sort of accountability. Now these days, whenever I see a video of someone being cancelled, there's no actual repercussions. Like, Ben Stiller's literally just replying to a tweet about a guy saying, please stop apologizing for the movie, I thought it was funny. And then Ben even replied saying, I've made no apologies before. Ben Stiller's never apologized for this movie. He's never faced any repercussions because of the movie. He can still make movies. He hasn't been cancelled at all. Yet, if you read all these articles, you'd think that Ben Stiller lost his job, you'd think that he's blacklisted from Hollywood, you'd think that he's facing all these repercussions, when it all stems from this dude saying a tweet saying, never apologize. And then Ben Stiller replying saying, I'm not offended, like saying that I'm proud of this movie, which he should be. It's a really good fucking film. And then you go to the Issac Butterfield video, and literally, and he's going on about how it's cancelled. Now, I like a lot of Issac Butterfield's videos. I do think they're very good, but he's very clickbaity. Like, he'll just blow up a little article out of proportion, and he'll make it seem a lot worse than it is. And I think it's no different to what the media does when they're trying to divide us. Now, the only two things he mentions in this entire 9-minute video about Tropic Thunder being cancelled is an interview with Robert Downey Jr. from like 2 years ago. I remember watching this interview like 2 years ago, and then me and my mates watched Tropic Thunder afterwards. I remember that night vividly, and that's how old this fucking interview is. He's got an interview from 2 years ago about Joe Rogan asking him if they could ever do Tropic Thunder today. And then later on he quotes the same tweet that was literally just in all these articles. So how is this movie cancelled exactly? Because one person on Twitter said don't apologize for the movie, and then Ben Stiller said okay, I'm not apologizing for it. He's cancelled now apparently. Now, I think like this is where this all stems from, right? You'll have 2-3 people on the internet that might comment, oh, maybe he shouldn't have done blackface. Like, because all this stems from, half the things that they're cancelling it for is because Robert Downey Jr. did blackface in Tropic Thunder. Like, he was playing a Australian that's in the movie playing an African American, and he changes his pigment's color and all that. And apparently, like, 2-3 people would have got mad at on Twitter, and then a bunch of articles were written about it, about how it's cancelled. And now we've got all this content made about it. Like, I'm not fucking complaining. Like, this is fucking content. But, like, I think it really shows how easily manipulated we are from the media. Like, any time, like, so many people are walking around thinking, oh, this current generation's full of pussies. We're all pussies. No one can fucking handle a joke anymore. But we can handle jokes. Like, when Tropic Thunder first come out, half the shit that they got for this movie was from fucking Simple Jack. Like, at the time, they got a lot of shit, because Ben Stiller in the movie was playing this, I don't know, I'm not saying retarded, but like, he's playing this mentally deficient character or whatever, and everyone gave him shit for it. And they throw around the word retard a lot in it, or not a lot, but there is a scene where they say it a bit. And at the time, that's what they got in shit for. No one gave a fuck about the blackface at the time. Like, these days, they just wrote it, all these articles about it, because they know we'd be talking about it. Like, so whenever you see articles in the future about, this guy got cancelled or this movie got cancelled, just know that half the people out there with that opinion, all three of them, are literally just people sitting inside that commented on Twitter, oh, maybe they shouldn't have done blackface, or maybe they shouldn't have done that. It's not as big of a deal as you think. Our generation isn't full of pussies. There can still be funny movies made. There are still going to be good movies being made. There's nothing stopping any comedian or any film director from making a funny fucking movie. If people come out and say, oh, I think it's shit, I think it's too edgy, then yeah, cool. They can just watch another movie. But there's nothing stopping comedians from doing what they want to do. This is not nearly as big of a problem as what everyone thinks. And yeah, I don't know, that's just what I got to say on it. Like, I don't really got much more to say without waffling. But yeah, like, I'd like to know what everyone else thinks. Like, do you think that we have a problem with our generation being pussies? Or do you think it's the media just trying to divide everyone into making a culture war for more clicks? Yeah, just comment if you want. Fucking maybe like the video. You don't have to subscribe. Oh, it was so cringe about doing that again. Yeah, have a good one, cunts.